started, okay?
Absolutely.
All right, please go ahead and reintroduce yourself. Jay did an amazing intro. I'm sorry, Jay, I was trying to get it on, but we will do this again. But please go ahead, take it away.
Okay. Can you hear me first off?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear.
Okay. My name is Thaddeus Thomas. I'm in Bear, Delaware. And I just want to tell you this story. It's pertaining to Bitcoin. It is absolutely amazing. And this is why you should talk to every single person that you run into, because you never know what's going to happen. Here's what happened to me Friday, this past Friday. My routine, I wake up 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and I do a lot of work, because I'm unbothered. The phone's not ringing. I'm not getting messages, that sort of thing. So around 7:30 in the morning, I usually go downstairs because my office is upstairs. I go downstairs, have my breakfast, my coffee, that sort of thing, and I play a PlayStation game. I have friends. I've been doing this for a couple of years. And people that have time available at that time, they play with me. So Friday, I'm online playing PlayStation with 3 other people. And I say to them, have you ever heard of Bitcoin? And one of the people says to me, yes. And he was very, very, very upset. He goes, yes, I've heard of Bitcoin. Those things are worthless. You can't spend them in the United States. These are his exact words. They're worthless. You can't spend them in the United States. Banks won't take them. And I'm stuck with a bunch of them. I said, what? I said, Bitcoins are very, very valuable. He said, I'll be right back. He went somewhere. He came back. He said, because we're playing on PlayStation, I can't see him. We're talking on the PlayStation network. He says, I have 3 certificates. He won these gambling back in 2012, a company called Bulldog, a gambling company. And he was a big time poker player. And he had won 3 different matches. And he had heard that their checks were bouncing. So one of the options that they gave the winners were they could accept partial payment in Bitcoin. So he had 3 documents or whatever he had. I didn't see it, but he said he had 3 things. And the first one said that he had 100,000 Bitcoin. The second one says that he has another 100,000 Bitcoin. And the third one said that he had 170,000. He had a total of 370,000 Bitcoin. When I told him, and at this day, Bitcoin was worth $4,000 just past Friday. When I told him what 1 Bitcoin was worth, he left the game. He sent me a message. He says, I'm calling my lawyer. I'm calling my wife. Here's my phone number. Call me. Because I didn't have his number. I don't know his name. I still don't know his name. So he contacted his lawyer. And to make a long story short, this is real. He has 370,000 Bitcoin. Now, the funny part is, wait, a little bit more. Funny part was, and you guys are going to love this. In the beginning, he said, if you can tell me how to turn these Bitcoins into cash, I'll give you 25%. 25% of what he has, $1.5 billion. 25% of that is $365 million. We played again yesterday online. And jokingly, I told him, where's my 25%? Because I am a business consultant, legal licensed, and I am in Bitcoin, obviously. And I told him, I sent him a text today. I said, seriously, I was just kidding. I want you to understand one thing. As a matter of fact, I'm going to read the exact text to you that I sent to him. This is the last text I sent to him today at 10:09 a.m. I said, just so we understand each other, my friend, I'm happy I could provide you with that life-changing Bitcoin information for you and your family. But I don't think you owe me anything. I just wanted to be clear on that. I'll see you online like we always do. Drop the mic. Bam. Always talk to everyone about Bitcoin. This is the most mind-boggling thing that's ever happened to me in my life. But wait, there's more. He says, I am not going to forget about you, and I'm going to join you in your Bitcoin business. That's it, guys.
Oh my God!
I told you.
Unbelievable, right? Unbelievable.
I am one of those individuals who I've long believed that everything happens exactly the way it's supposed to happen, right?
Yeah.
And it's interesting that you said that, because I had not as many Bitcoin, but a similar situation A guy introduced Bitcoin to me back in 2010 when it was $1. It was like $1 and $5.06 for each coin. He told me to buy some. I didn't know what it was. I didn't understand it. He was hounding me about buying some Bitcoin for like 2 or 3 days straight. He bought like 20,000 Bitcoin at that time. He spent like a little bit over $20,000. And what's mind blowing is that he still owns those Bitcoins today. He still owns those same Bitcoins today. He spent $20,000. So he's literally up right now. I mean, you figure the coin is bouncing around at about $4,000. He's close to $80 million that the guy actually has in Bitcoin. And of course, you can convert that into cash if you can find a person to buy it out. But I always say that documentation beats conversation. I mean, what Thomas is telling you, what I'm telling you, for those of you who know me, some of you are on here as guests right now, looking at this for the first time. Some of you, this stuff may sound mind-blowing, but this is the real deal. In fact, when I tell you that we are making peanuts compared to what we will earn in the future, let me say that a different way. When I say documentation beats conversation, at times it's not to be funny because I know how people are, especially when you're dealing with people who have been in a finite money system. You know what? Clay talks about this all the time about understanding the capitalization of abundance, right? People don't think about an abundant mind state. They always think in such finite money. When they hear $1 million, $5 million, they hear those terms, it sounds so unbelievable because most people are living in a linear money income and fiat currency. So you're used to working a certain amount of time in order to earn a certain amount of fiat money or dollars or yen or wherever you're on here from any place in the world right now, because I know that our team is already in well over close to about 75, 80 different countries. So there is a uniqueness about this particular company, about TradeCoin Club, that really can put a person, even if you have the financial understanding of a Forrest Gump. And I love that example because it's not to make you seem as though you're not intelligent. It's just that most of the people that I know that get flat out wealthy are people who are very simple people. They don't overthink things. They're not the most analytical folks. They just tend to move with feelings that feel good. They go with a gut feeling. Something just seems to make sense to them. And they progress in that direction. They just go with it because it just makes sense, right? And that's what Forrest Gump did in that movie. And you can see, for example, he had an awkward lifestyle, but it made the man a very wealthy individual. And there are other individuals like that right now that are the exact same way. I know some of these people. I've worked with some guys who were college dropouts, high school dropouts, who are worth $25, $30 million now. And these guys, if you were to see them, you were like, this guy looks like, he doesn't look like there's anything special about him, because there isn't. Most people that are PhDs, master degrees, most of those people work for somebody else. A lot of times, if they do open a business, right, which is not all the time, but a lot of those individuals that go on and get higher education end up working into somebody else's job structure, somebody else's dream cycle, right? So I appreciate what Thomas said, and that story is remarkable because people don't know the value of these Bitcoins. Some people who still have Bitcoin sitting on computers, on hard drives. I've heard stories of people who've thrown away computers that had thousands of Bitcoins on them that they had bought when they were less than $1, but they didn't know that they were going to be worth any money. So they've just wasted all of that capital. All of that store of value has just been discarded. So they said they think almost close to 40% of the Bitcoins that are already in circulation are not in someone's hands to control them, because most people just discarded them, not knowing that they will have any future value. Okay, so I just say that to say this, you guys. Before I go through the slides, I just want to talk a second about assets and understanding why Bitcoin is valuable. And I always believe that you should diversify your assets. Listen, I got introduced to Bitcoin, like I said, back in 2010. I didn't buy it when it was $1. Now it's $4,200 each. I've been involved with this company, with TradeCoin Club, now for approximately 7 months. And we've made a phenomenal amount of money doing this business. In fact, I've been spreading out money and diversifying in all different types of different assets. And I tell anybody they should do this. And I would say the documentation means conversation, because you're going to have people that you're going to bring people onto this webinar. You're going to show people this video, and they're going to ask you, how do you know any of this is real? How do you know any of this is the real deal? Some of them are going to say to you, I think the whole thing is a fraud. Some people are just like that. And sometimes people just need to see it for themselves. I'm just going to explain some things to you. I am a computer scientist, so I understand how Bitcoin is created. My background is a computer scientist. I'm 40 years old. I've been working for myself since I was a little child. I've had one job in my entire life. That was way back in my early 20s. I've always been an entrepreneur, always enjoyed working for myself. And I've been involved in several businesses where I could work from home over the internet, and I've made millions of dollars doing what I do. In fact, 12 years ago, I opened up a digital media company that specializes in generating leads for home-based businesses and for network marketing companies and for any company really that needs clientele or targeted marketing anywhere in the world, right? And we've been doing that for 12 years. And so I've come across a multitude of different businesses, a multitude of different opportunities over my lifespan that basically let me know all about this industry and all about all these different companies and what these companies do. So let me just talk first about how I heard about TradeCoin Club. I heard about TradeCoin Club initially because it was introduced to me as an opportunity for a new clientele base because the company was introduced to me to purchase a marketing system. I didn't get introduced to TradeCoin Club to become an affiliate when I first heard about it. I was introduced because my company builds marketing systems. That's it. We've built marketing systems for other Bitcoin businesses, for other cryptocurrency companies in the world. Actually, when I heard about TradeCoin Club, I had just came back from Bangkok, Thailand, where we're actually going back to in November because I was out there for another cryptocurrency client, and those two guys already had built their income up to $1 million a month in US dollars in Bangkok with another crypto company, and they basically were living the next level lifestyle. Now, like I said, I heard about TradeCoin Club about 7 months ago, and after seeing the application, seeing the platform, and getting introduced to it from the founders of the company who basically, they took some, because I did a project for them initially, and the Bitcoin that they were going to pay me for the project, I ended up just opening up an account on the platform and seeing that the platform was the real deal. And after a couple of days of getting returns from the company, I decided and made a conscious decision that, you know what, perhaps we need to look further into this and see how we can make some money for the long term and actually put ourselves in a position to earn capital from this. And someone just said, who is the owner of TradeCoin Club? Well, there's several founders. You have Deveaux Braga, you have Job Paradise, Ricardo Pava. You have 3 founders right now that are in charge of the company, but really we all own it basically because we're all it's a membership club. It's almost like a credit union. You know, when you open up an account with a credit union, technically you own a piece of that credit union because you have shares basically, right? So every individual that's involved in TradeCoin Club is really like sort of like a mini owner because all of our Bitcoins are basically together, right? And also there are several of us who are founders in the company. There's about 1,500 founders in the actual company who put up a significant amount of Bitcoin initially in order to be able to attain that title, and that entitles us to a percentage of the company's earnings quarterly, about 2% for the founders, and that's actually going to be paid out coming up on September 1st. Now, I don't want to keep everybody on here too long, so I'm just going to go over a couple of things. Let me just explain something about, for some individuals who are on here who may say, why is it important to have Bitcoin? Because some people say, you know, it has value, but what else are you doing to balance things out? Well, let me explain what I'm doing, okay? I'm also a gold broker, okay? I also buy gold. I've been buying gold for a long time. So what I've done, I've bought some gold with some of my earnings from TradeCoin Club. I've converted some into fiat currency just to keep a little bit of money handy and such. Then I'm also saving Bitcoin as well to help use to support my team, which just makes sense, right? And now also I'm diversifying other things. I'm opening up other businesses. I always open up other businesses. Looking to buy more properties, things of that nature as well. So I believe that any business person who is business savvy should have 7 to 10 streams of income at all times. Does that make sense? And of course, I still have my media company as well. So I recommend as you are earning your Bitcoin, you should be diversifying. Anyone that tells you that you shouldn't spread out some of your capital that you earn needs their head examined. You should always have multiple streams of income going. That's just a smart business person. But I'm going to show you something because I do believe in documentation. Okay, let me give you an example. This is some of the gold that I bought so far with earnings from TradeCoin Club. Okay, as you can see, these are not small pieces of gold, but there's quite a bit of gold, right? Now, it's always good to have gold. And as you can see in the back, of course, we're keeping some in cash as well. Now, why am I showing you that? I'm showing you that because I want individuals to understand something. We're not trying to sell you on getting in the TradeCoin Club. We don't need money. Many of us have made millions of dollars. In fact, I made millions of dollars before I came into TradeCoin Club. So this isn't a thing where I need to press anybody to get involved in this company. Let me just make that very clear. All right, because that's important. Because sometimes you see an opportunity and people will say, you know what, this guy's just trying to get me to get in and make some money with me. This is nothing like that. What we're looking at is abundance right now. What I'm looking for is I'm looking for people who think like I do. I think that I've made millions of dollars every morning when I wake up, but the first thing I say is, how many of my friends and the people close to me, they have the same mindset? Are they prepared to get wealthy? Because there's a big difference between making $1 million and thinking like a millionaire. And a person who's thinking like a millionaire understands that Bitcoin is where you're supposed to be at, period. There's no thought about that. There's nothing to think about. There's nothing to analyze. I'm looking at individuals who last year, this time, didn't have a place to stay, some of which were living with roommates, individuals who a year ago from today had never even seen $1 million before. And some of those individuals, not only are they millionaires now, liquid cash millionaires, through the Bitcoin business, through TradeCoin Club, some of them are making more money in one day than some people make in a year. Now, let me say that one more time. Before anybody gets skeptical, there are people in this company who are making more money in one day than some people making their entire year of working 40 hours a week. So I'm hoping that everybody's going to pay some very close attention to this. I'm begging you to look closely at the slides that I'm getting ready to show you. I promise you we're not wasting your time. I hope everyone can hear me clearly. Thomas, can you guys hear me clearly on there? Okay. I just want to make sure that every single individual is able to get this information. Some of you guys are saying that you can't see me. I don't know why. Let me see something here. Hold on. Okay, you guys can see me. Okay.
I can see and hear you just fine.
Okay, Mom. Okay, great. Okay, now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go through some slides, okay? And my name is Antonio Deveaux. I don't know if I mentioned that, but I just want to get into. I got so taken away by the story Thomas just told, because I know he's telling the truth. Because here, listen, I'm sitting next to a little bit of earnings, and I see what's going on. I can physically put my hands on some of the earnings I pulled in from this thing. Plus, I'm looking at Bitcoin, and I'm watching it coming in every day, and I'm waking up and I'm pinching myself. You understand? And of course, if people say, "Oh, now in the crown," well, I have called myself now the king of Bitcoin. And listen, that doesn't mean there can't be another king of Bitcoin. That could be you, Children. That could be somebody from Nigeria. That could be Kayla. That could be John Tetrault, my good friend I went all the way out to Ireland to do business with. There are many kings in this business, but you got to claim it on your own. See, I'm making public declaration. I'm coming in this to make me 10,000 Bitcoin. That's my whole mission I want to do. And I would advise every person that's on this webinar to think the same way. And I'm going to talk about some strategies when I get done going through the slides that will explain to you exactly how we can actually make that happen, okay? So let me do this first. What I'm going to do is let me open up the slides. I'm going to go through this information because there's so much that we have to do in a short period of time, okay? So let me pull this up first, okay? I'm going to do a screen share. And I am recording this right now, so we will be able to see what's going on, okay? So I'm going to go to the desktop, and I'm going to go through these slides. And then I'm going to give you guys an overview, and then I'm going to answer some questions, and I'm going to show you guys what we're doing to really make this business grow right now, okay? All right, hold on. Just give me 1 second. I'm just pulling it up right now. Enter into the slideshow, and here we go. All right, it takes 1 second, and then I'll just go through the information for TradeCoin Club, and then you'll be able to see a little bit about the company. Okay, what is TradeCoin Club? Okay, let me just go through that right now. TradeCoin Club is an automated software platform that we're using through a membership platform, which allows members to bring in Bitcoin, put it on an automatic trading system, and also get paid in Bitcoin earnings 5 days a week from the trader, 7 days through the compensation plan. What is cryptocurrency? For some of you guys that are new, cryptocurrency is a type of exchange that uses encryption to secure transactions and control the creation of new currency units. Crypto coins are subject of digital coins. Bitcoin was created in 2008. It was open sourced in 2009. It became the first decentralized crypto coin. That means when they say decentralized, you guys, that means that nobody controls it. No one person owns it. Right now, there's no Bitcoin building. There's no Bitcoin council. This is a community of individuals who want financial freedom, and they are disgusted with the standard banking system that operates currently worldwide that seems to favor the crook and basically make it very difficult for individuals who want to do legitimate business to be able to function properly. I mean, what I'm loving about the cryptocurrency space is that it's faster transactions, it's more secure, and lower fees, okay, and it can be utilized worldwide, really in the snap of seconds. So it really is revolutionizing business right now. And the blockchain technology, we would have to do a whole nother separate webinar to discuss that, but we're going to cover some information about that as well. But what exactly is Bitcoin? Bitcoin itself. Well, Bitcoin is different than any other currency that you've usually even seen before. So it's very important to understand some points. You can use them to send or receive any amount of money with anyone, anywhere in the world at a very low cost, okay? Bitcoin payments are impossible to block, and Bitcoin wallets can't be frozen. Short of turning off the entire world's internet and keeping it turned off, the Bitcoin network is unstoppable and uncensorable. Folks, this is what we've been waiting on, monetary freedom. And the great thing is that it's fully in control of the people. Well, who is TradeCoin Club? Who is TCC? Like I said, it's a membership club created to revolutionize the trading market of digital coins. In a competitive billion-dollar market to which only a few have access to, TradeCoin Club software is developed by a specialized team, bringing the opportunity to anybody to start in the trading market of digital coins, obtaining automatic gains in 3 levels of risk. Our semi-automatic it's actually 50 coins right now with a little or no skills in the trading world, which means you don't have to understand anything about trading. All you need to do is have the smarts, the way that Forrest Gump did, was just to get involved. The great thing about this is you don't have to be a rocket scientist to get rich. A lot of people are under the misconception that you need to be smart to win big. And this has got nothing to do with IQ, you guys, I promise you. I can tell you, I know individuals who are proud to tell you right now that they barely understand anything about financial markets, but they're making thousands of dollars per day right now in this company. And that's powerful. Well, what is trading? Because some people have never even traded before. Financial trading consists of buying or selling an underlying amount in a financial market with the intention of earning a speculative profit. So basically buying low and trying to sell high or sell at a profit. We buy something with the intention of being able to sell it for a higher price, or with the intention of the buyer again, buying again later for a lower price. Okay, example. We buy low and sell high, and then we buy it again when the currency goes down, right? Pretty simple. The software from TradeCoin Club is a software, basically they develop software with a high tech for optimization in the trades of cryptocurrency. Our traders can upload daily into the system, which maintains a high precision of all the transactions, allowing members to gain throughout most operations. In other words, the software is constantly trading for us 24 hours a day. And whenever the software is trading, it has a higher percentage of wins than it does losses, therefore allowing us to always have profit. Our unique trading system makes millions of microtransactions, making it humanly impossible, okay, allowing the members to generate profits every second, every hour, and every day. And our members don't put all of their coins at risk because they do have stop losses in the system. And this is all being done for you automatically. You have to love technology, you guys. Now, how do you become a member of our club? First, you need to buy our software for only 0.05 BTC or Bitcoins. And then you'll be able to enjoy all the tools that our software has. Second, your system starts running from 0.01 Bitcoin, which means you can put as little as 0.01 Bitcoin to work for you on the platform, okay? You have an opportunity to trade with more than 50 coins of cryptocurrency daily in semi-automatic mode without running the risk of losing all of your coins because you have their famous stop loss protections in place. Now, there are 3 different positions. The apprentice position is for individuals who want to utilize just 0.01 BTC up to 0.99 BTC. Anything 1 BTC or above is considered the trader position, which is 1 BTC up to 4.99 BTC or Bitcoins, okay? The highest position, which is called senior trader, is anything 5 BTC or 5 Bitcoins or more. Now, you can start making your dreams true with just as little as 0.01 Bitcoin and be part of this billion-dollar industry of cryptocurrency. Billions of dollars per day are being poured into this industry, into this ecosystem, you guys, and it's phenomenal how fast this is moving. Now let's talk about the membership benefits, okay? Now, what are the membership benefits? For an apprentice, each one of us, no matter what position you come in at in TradeCoin Club, because the software is earning Bitcoin returns for all of us every day. I've been getting a return every single day for 9 months, well, 8 months straight. The whole time I've been in the company, I've always seen a profit every day that I've been on the trading system, which is a blessing. But for the apprentice position, all of us have a contractual time limit with the company. For an apprentice, that contractual for the software usage is 8 months, okay? And it has a stop loss of 0.35% for daily liquidation, okay? And so when you have a trader's position, which means you put in 1 Bitcoin or more, the apprentice position, remember, is 0.99 Bitcoin or less. But for a trader's position, when you put in 1 Bitcoin or more, the contract is extended a little further up to 12 months, which means you get paid for even longer, okay? And that has a stop loss of 0.40% for daily liquidation. Also, the senior trader position, which is 5 Bitcoin or more, okay? If that position is also a 12-month contractual commitment, and you can also at any time pull down 50% of your deposit if you want to at any time with any of the positions if you chose to do that. But you get a 12-month contract where the stop loss is a little higher of 0.45% for daily liquidation. Now, why do these stop loss percentages make a difference? Well, the higher your stop loss, the more potential it is for the Bitcoin algorithm, the software, to be able to operate. It takes on more risk and allows for a higher amount of risk, and it actually trades, I believe, stronger even at the senior trader position because we've been winning every single day, okay? Because I believe the software has probably about above an 85% win ratio, so that means it's winning 85 times out of 100. So the probability is it's better to me to go with the higher risk because you're still going to make a profit anyway. It's just going to be more money. Now, let me read the fine print. Every membership pays 25% trading fee every 4 months on the total gains of your trading account. The system is going to trade Monday through Friday, compounding all trades throughout the day, making liquidations available once a day. Okay. Now, all that simply means is that as you earn money, at some point in time, the company, as your contract goes on, you're earning profits. There'll be some splits that you'll do, but all of it's going to be profit for you anyway. Now, the contract term also, whenever you earn 5 times the amount that you originally invested, your contract will renew. Once you renew it, basically just means it's almost like you're just starting over. So you're still making your daily earnings as well, but it just restarts your contract pretty much. Okay. Now, let's talk about the compensation plan. And I love the compensation plan because the direct referral, indirect referral, the team bonus, the bonus residual, and the renewal team bonus can put you in a position where you're going to have an early holiday this year if you understand the compensation time and how great it is to really build a team. Now, let me make this very clear. You can still earn money without referring anyone to this platform. That's the most amazing thing about this particular company. I don't have to tell anybody about TradeCoin Club. And if you come in and you put your capital into the system, okay, you can earn money every single day. You will still earn money every single day, even if you don't refer anyone. So it doesn't matter whether you're a great team builder or anything like that. But I recommend you tell people about this because people deserve to know about it. And it also can benefit you and benefit them, right? Now, first let's talk about the direct referral. Now, the direct referral, okay, is a 10% commission on the initial deposit of Bitcoin that individuals bring to the table that you refer. Based on the position that you come in at, will determine what the cap is on your referral fee. If you come in at the lower position of an apprentice, your referral fee is capped at 0.99 Bitcoins for every referral. If you come in as a trader, your commission is capped at 4.99 Bitcoin for every referral. If you come in as a senior trader, the way that we did, which is what I would recommend if you were able to do it, you will be in a position where there's no cap on which you earn when you refer someone to the platform. So in other words, if you refer someone, when this does happen, an individual may come in and let's say that they want $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, okay? $100,000 worth of Bitcoin, if you were only an apprentice, you would only make about $4,000 on that transaction. If you are a trader, okay, you would get your full commission, but not if you were an apprentice. Let's say someone wanted $500,000 worth of Bitcoin to come in and put onto the system. You would only get a portion of the referral fee that you could get if you were a single trader, because the full 10% of a $500,000 transaction would be a $50,000 commission. But if you are only a trader, you would only see about $20,000, because the Bitcoin right now is going for about $4,000, $4,200 approximately right now. You're maxed out at 4.99 Bitcoins for a trader position, okay? And even less for the apprentice position at that point. You only make about $4,000 off of that referral. So that's why I tell individuals it's important to try to really get yourself to senior trader. Even if you don't have the capital to come in as a senior trader, at least refer as many people as possible so that you can start earning the same returns as a senior trader, start getting that higher stop loss, start getting that higher referral commission, and just the significance of being at the top position in the company really stands apart for itself, okay? Now let's talk about the indirect referral. What happens is the indirect referral pays you another 10%, okay, in generational bonuses, based on the size of the referral pool of people that you bring into the company. In other words, if you bring in someone and that person brings in someone, okay, those individuals start to basically become generational connections to your downline, okay? So your second generation are people that got referred through the first person you told about the business, then third generation, fourth generation, fifth generation. You will notice that the apprentice gets paid 3 generations down. The trader position pays down 5 generations, okay, for a total of 8%, okay, 6% total for apprentice, 8% total for the trader position, but you get a full 10%, okay, divided by 8 generations if you come in as a senior trader as well and work yourself up to that position. That means you're literally earning additional Bitcoin through individuals who you may never meet and may never know. And many of them are in other countries. I know our team organization is spread all over the globe. I've been to maybe 15 countries in the last, 4 months, 3 or 4 months. We went everywhere. We went to Ireland, London, Bangkok, Shanghai, Macau, Ecuador, Bahamas, Bangkok. We stopped in Taipei. We went to Taiwan. I mean, folks, this thing is taking me places where I can't even remember the food that I was eating in some of these countries, but I enjoyed all of these places simply because it allows you to meet a multitude of different people, and everybody's interested in Bitcoin in all these locations. Let's talk about the team bonus. Team bonus also is a little bit different based on your position. If you're apprentice, your team bonus that you earn, okay, which is based on the balance of your binary, because we are in a binary system, which means you refer to people and then 2 separate teams are built underneath you, a left team and a right team. And whatever volume you have on the smaller leg of business, the smaller leg of Bitcoin that you have on your smaller leg of business, you get paid again on that volume every single day. So it's 8% as an apprentice for up to 2 Bitcoin. It's 9% for a trader up to 10 Bitcoins, okay, of earnings per day. And for a senior trader, you can earn up to 15 more additional Bitcoins per day at 10%. Which is phenomenal, to say the least. And again, this bonus will be paid every day from the smaller team, and the same amount will be subtracted from the larger team's leg on the opposite side. This is a safety cap bonus. That's why it's capped at 15 Bitcoin to make sure the company stays stable. Just make sure they have longevity as well. And the system will never pay out more than 5% in bonuses for entering of each new membership. That's just to make sure that the company remains stable as well. Okay. Now, let's look at the bonus residual component of the compensation plan. Now, this is where you really, really have to pay attention, you guys, because this is the part of the compensation plan where there are some individuals who are earning significant amounts of Bitcoin on a monthly basis. And in fact, I'll cover that later, but someone knows that we need to have a conversation or something. But let's look at the bonus residual component. For an apprentice, the monthly fee for an apprentice, because all of us pay a monthly fee that is automatically deducted through the company's compensation plan, okay? The monthly fee for an apprentice is 0.015 BTC. And that apprentice, an apprentice is able to earn this bonus residual payment through 4 levels. For a trader, the monthly residual fee is 0.030, and they get paid down 8 generational levels, okay? For a senior trader's monthly membership fee is 0.045 BTC, and they're paid down 12 levels. This fee is actually taken directly out of your earnings. So you never have to put more Bitcoin into the system. And if you have not earned this amount of Bitcoin in the system, you would not have to pay the fee anyway. But let me explain to you what happens with this fee as you actually go through the cycles of the company. First of all, this is a bonus through what's called a 3x12 matrix, okay? And it's paid down 12 levels. If the whole matrix were to be filled out perfectly, 3x12, three levels wide, 12 generations down, an individual who fills that matrix will be making 2,391 Bitcoins per month right now, or pretty much close to about $11.5 million, if I'm not mistaken, right now. Okay, which is pretty powerful, to say the least. I mean, that's about that's over $10 million, or close to $10 million. Look at how the price is fluctuating. Okay, how does this work? The matrix fills up automatically from the software. Now, the sponsor, your sponsor is going to be in the matrix. Your sponsor, then you, right? And then what happens is whether you're getting spillover or people are falling into your organization from your sponsor or from your sponsor's sponsor, if they fall underneath you into your matrix, as long as those individuals are fully qualified, meaning they filled out their documents, they've submitted their wallet, they've put their address and phone number in the system, very simple things. It's going to tell them that they're fully activated for doing that. What that does is that means literally now, every single month, the company will pay 0.003 BTC for every single active member that's in your matrix. It is going to pay that directly to you once a month, okay? And all members who want to participate in this part of the bonus, all you need to have done is earned at least 0.25 Bitcoin for the month. That's just absolutely phenomenal. And I'm watching individuals who are earning several Bitcoin per month. Some people, over 10 Bitcoin per month right now already that I know of personally, who are earning that just from having these individuals in their matrix, just because members are falling into their matrix. So it's important to spread the word about this, okay? Now let's talk about the renewal team bonus, because I do know that there was this individual, and I don't know if Mrs. Taylor had an opportunity to get on here. She's out in Hawaii right now enjoying the fruits of her labor. But there are several individuals who have already earned well over 1,000 Bitcoin. I believe she's earned over 1,150 Bitcoin right now. And I do know that today alone, she had someone who renewed on her team with this part of the compensation plan. And the renewal for that one person created a 14.5 Bitcoin payout from one person for her today. So today was a $60,000 plus day just off of that part of the compensation plan, this part here with the renewal team bonus. So how does this work? Any individual that you refer to this company, to TradeCoin Club, okay, what will happen is when that person comes into the business, anytime that they earn 5 times the amount of the membership that they started with. So an example, if they started with 1 Bitcoin, but they earned 5 Bitcoins over time, what would happen is that individual would pay out again throughout the entire compensation plan as though they're brand new. If a member earned 5 Bitcoins and earned 25 Bitcoins, okay, on total commission, the system will renew their account immediately and pay you again 10% of the 25 Bitcoins. Even though they're already in the company, the system will continue to pay you every time somebody earns 5 times their earnings. It's going to renew their contract and renew all the payments back through the system again. And this can happen in unlimited amount of times. You can have hundreds, if not thousands, of individuals who are in your organization who are recycling like this, and you will be earning money hand over foot, earning more additional Bitcoin constantly. It's so powerful. I mean, the compensation plan is really, really, really stunning with the company. And the great thing is that you could have 1,000 people renewing the same month and get 1,000 more commissions paid to you. And I really do believe this company is just getting warmed up right now. The Bitcoin space is really just getting warmed up right now. Okay. Now, we're going to also talk about the career plan, because not only do they pay Bitcoin on a daily basis and allow us to basically make a ridiculous living doing this, let's talk about what happens to be able to have access to the career plan incentives. Okay, how do you earn some of the free gifts from the company? Well, you have to have 4 directly sponsored individuals, 2 on your left, 2 on your right. Okay, well, basically you have to have 1 Bitcoin total on on your right side and 1 Bitcoin total on your left side. Okay, and that also is what we consider. That's what we consider to have 1 cycle. But you need to have 4 directly sponsored people to open up this part of the compensation plan as well. Qualifications of this cycle will be validated with 35% of the volume of the cycles of its smaller team and 5% of the cycles of the larger team. Okay, so that just means that their percentages of each leg of volume. Okay, 35% of the smaller volume leg, and then 5% of the larger volume leg that will count towards your cycles. Basically, we can explain that more in detail later on as well with the compensation plan. But what are some of the things that you get from the company? Okay, well, let's talk about those. First and foremost, the very first pin level where you get a pin, a recognition pin, you basically just have to have 2 cycles or basically a 1 Bitcoin in a month to make that happen. There's another recognition pin, the trader level 2 recognition pin, where you have 5 cycles of 1 Bitcoin in 1 month to be able to attain that actual career achievement level. The third career achievement level, you have to have 10 cycles of 1 Bitcoin on both sides of your binary, on your left team, your right team, in order to get a Mont Blanc pin and also a recognition pin, okay, of trader level 3. All right. Now, trader level 4, it gets even more interesting. Many individuals have won this already with 50 cycles of 1 Bitcoin in a month. You're going to be going on the sea cruise, okay, and you also will get a recognition pin for that as well for trader level 4, okay. Trader level 5. Oh, and listen, this island looks so familiar because I actually got a chance to go to the corporate office to Belize and stay for a couple of days, and it was phenomenal. I mean, going there, flying on private jets, being on private yachts, going out to a private island. This looks very familiar right here. But the trader level 5, 100 cycles of 1 Bitcoin in a month. There'll be a Caribbean travel for 2 and a recognition pin for that as well. And trader level 6, voila, 200 cycles of 1 Bitcoin in a month. You're going to get a Rolex watch and a recognition pin. And for those of you who have not had the opportunity to have a Rolex, let me tell you, it is a marvelous watch. In fact, I can tell you this for a fact. I got one sitting right here, and let me tell you, I don't particularly like watches very much, but I love this watch, especially because the diamond presidential one that I have, I got as a gift. But you know, and so let's continue to show you a little bit more what the company has to offer. At trader level 7, you have to have 500 Bitcoin, 500 cycles of 1 Bitcoin, okay, on your binary, okay, and that will allow you to get a Toyota Corolla and also a recognition pin for that as well at trader level 7. I do know that there's a young lady I just talked about a little minute ago who actually has won a vehicle, and I believe already through a raffle, and I think she's already due for another vehicle through the company as well. So there are people who've won cars already. I think a couple other folks have won some cars also just inside of this 7 months of being in the company. Some people 8 months. And I think that's really a really good incentive to have out there. Not that people need the car, because at this point people are making so much Bitcoin that they can just go buy a car if they want to. But it says a lot about the company that they're willing to just give these extra incentives so that people can, you know, really feel like that they're appreciated for the work that they're doing about spreading the word about the platform. Okay. And trader level 8, when you get 750 cycles of Bitcoin on both sides of your business, you're going to get honored with the BMW C320 and also get a recognition pin as well. Trader level 9, 1,500 cycles of 1 Bitcoin on both sides of your business. You also get a BMW Z4 and get a recognition pin. 5,000 cycles for trader level 10, okay? 5,000 cycles of 1 Bitcoin in a month. A BMW i8, the fully electric supercar, which is a very, very nice car. Some people I saw one in person. It's a very, very interesting vehicle. I think I like it better than Tesla, but also get a recognition pin with that as well. And of course, my favorite, listen, you guys, had one of these. This is a great riding vehicle. 10,000 cycles of 1 Bitcoin, Lamborghini Huracan. Okay, basically, someone I believe will achieve getting this vehicle, and I'm pretty sure it'll be very close, if not towards the end of this year, definitely sometime, probably in the first quarter of next year. I hope to, well, not hope, but I will do the same thing. I'm going to stick this out. I think this is an amazing thing to be able to accomplish, to get a free Lamborghini from a company. I think that's a great thing to actually have happen. And, you know, from there, we just say, man, welcome to the team. If you're interested in doing business, we would love to have you on board with us as well. Now, let's come back here to the screen. Now, with that being said, you guys, so you actually had an opportunity to we definitely want to make sure that any questions, if anybody has any questions from the presentation, I'd like to answer those questions quickly and see what happened. Oh man, that's an amazing story. Now this is a gentleman right now that's in the top 20 income earners in the company as well. John Tetrault, my good friend. I just call him Big John, because you don't even need a last name when you're making the kind of money John's making right now. You just call him just Jay, right? But John has an amazing story because I actually flew out to Ireland, met with John for the first time to do an event that really helped these guys out. Went out there with Job Paradise, one of the founders of the company. And we just went out there. I just went out there just to help out. I didn't even have a financial benefit in being out there, but just sometimes you have to really make sacrifices where let people know that you're a team player. And John, just to tell you something, not long ago, John was homeless. He was homeless not long ago. And to literally be in a position now where he is, guys making millions of dollars in a company. And just not long ago to be homeless. I mean, that's just amazing. And John, I don't know if you're out there, but John, listen, can I unmute you for a second for a testimonial? John, can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
John, please, would you just tell the folks about your, man, I'm doing amazing, brother. I'm having a good time, man. I love to just enjoy this business, but I need you to tell your story, man. Just tell the people what's happened to you and how this has changed your life, man, because your story is amazing.
Absolutely. It would be my pleasure to. My life has just changed tremendously. A few years ago, I was broke. I was homeless. I got involved with Bitcoin, luckily, about 2 years ago. TradeCoin Club came around 8 months ago. I came in at the bare bones minimum. In fact, I was so broke, I had to borrow the money to get in. So I got in at the minimum. I put no more money into the system whatsoever. I was able to build up from within the system simply by sharing my results of how well this opportunity was working for me on a passive level. And by doing that, and based on all the past relationships that I've built, I was able to build up a pretty good team along with earning my passive daily Bitcoin earnings. I was able, to my surprise, to build up to the top 20 in the company. Some things that happened in my life: I was able to buy a brand new home with my wife. I was able to quit my job 2 months ago. I'm a carpenter. My hands are actually as smooth as a baby's butt now. It's kind of a weird feeling, but I was able to retire my wife. She no longer works, so we're both home, doing our thing with TradeCoin Club. She's able to pursue her career in photography now. She left the corporate world to be home with me and the family. Bought a new truck, did some nice vacations. It's really new to me, and I'm just really blessed. And you know what? What's an interesting thing? All the people who are on the top 20, they're all just normal people just like me. Usually in network marketing businesses, all right, you see all the tops going from one company to the next. And then one thing that I noticed about this is that everybody in this top 20, we're all underdogs. We all came from the bottom, and we made it to the top. Very simply, taking advantage of the software and the compensation plan and treating it like a business. Every day, determined, positive action towards our goals. And I'm just living proof that it's possible. Regular guy like me, John Tetrault here, sharing my experience with this awesome platform, and I just can't even begin to say how blessed I am that 8 months ago I had a phone call with Miss Calais Taylor and Job Paradise, and little known to me that it would be the life-changing vehicle for me. So I don't know really what else to say about this except that it's been quite an experience, and I am truly blessed.
John, we love you, brother, man. You've inspired millions, probably without even knowing it. But man, your story is powerful. People are hearing you from Africa to Austria right now. I mean, I'm getting text messages. People are texting my phone saying, man, it's just amazing to hear things like that happening, because, folks, you got to understand something. Everybody who's in this company, they come from different walks of life. They come from different areas. Now, mind you, I flew halfway across the world to come out and help this gentleman just on a whim. You got to understand something. This John said something key. He said these are just average, everyday, normal people. But let me tell you something. a lot of these guys, a lot of the folks that are in this company, they have a different type of tenacity. And I'm sure John would attest to that as well, that even though there are individuals that are here who they're just everyday people, right? But their work ethic and their tenacity is far above average. So they may not what they consider themselves to be, all of that, but the work ethic and their ability to make decisions quickly and act is far above where most other individuals are. While other people are slow to make decisions, the leaders, the folks in this company, remind you, there's over 200,000 people in TradeCoin Club now, you guys. Over 200,000. And I'm telling you, everybody that I know that, most people I've been rubbing elbows with, all of us, we're doing pretty good in the business. I'm doing okay, right? But we're going to do even better because we're sharpening our swords right now because the sharpest people are hanging with the sharpest people. The best are working with the best. And we're doing right now, the leadership is refining down to the people that can be trusted, who do what they say they're going to do, and who are honorable. And when you shed off the fat off of the steak, that's when you get to the real meat. And that's what's happening right now, bottom line. So everybody's going through a refinement mode right now. And so we're just getting ready to take over the entire world with this whole thing, okay? Someone's asking me a question saying, could you elaborate on this idea of having half of our investment used to pay out commissions once we join? I can't get past that. I don't understand. Half of our investment used. Okay, remember, they're only trading on a percentage of our Bitcoins at any given time. That is to protect your Bitcoin. You don't want all your coins being traded at the same time, first and foremost. Two, understand the way the company is set up. You do have a compensation plan with the company. The company's trading half part of the money that comes in through the load is being used through the compensation plan. That's why you have a contract in order to give the company time to pay you back your earnings through your daily withdrawals as well. Now, the good thing is you do have the ability to compound and be able to earn a higher principal balance and put more Bitcoin into the system as well. Also, the thing that I do enjoy is just the referral system. See, we're all going to make money in the company daily returns, right? Which is great. But there's nothing to me more amazing than being able to share and bless other people. I was just talking about this to a pastor that signed up. There's a gentleman who came in he came through my lead system. He signed up day before yesterday. He came in. This is a pastor out of Ohio. I don't know if Pastor Lawler got a chance to get on here. Let me look on here and see. Kevin Lawler, are you on here? He may not be on. He actually may be running church service, right? There's a lot of people know they usually have Bible study on Wednesday nights, but he's a complete stranger. He came in, and basically decided, he's going to buy a couple Bitcoin. Now, mind you, I didn't know him. He came through the marketing system that I use, and what's amazing about him is that I realized that some people, you can't say the right thing to the wrong person. You can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And what was amazing, I was talking to him about, and what I was saying was that I really want to do a lot more for foundations or organizations this year. Like, I've always wanted to do surgeries for children that are blind, okay, that are born in third world countries. We've done surgeries before for children that are born with cleft palates as well. That's when they have the split in their lip, and the surgery have to sew their lip together, sew their lip back to their nose, and sometimes just close their inner lip and their gum line. And that surgery is only like a $350 surgery, but it's life-changing for a child, right? And so to me, it's a big deal, right? And then you have other surgeries where children are born with cataracts and they can't see, they're blind, right? There's a foundation that I've donated to before called the 202020.org Foundation, where they do surgeries to basically restore vision for small children. And these children, imagine you being a child, you 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, and you've never been able to see your own parents. It's not because you actually are blind. You just have cataracts in your eyes from deficiencies, mineral deficiencies, right? So this allows me to do more of what I want to do to help other people and improve lifestyle for me, my friends, and for my family. So what I'm telling you, your tenacity level, some of you, your tenacity level is not where it needs to be some cases because your vision of what you want to do may not be clear yet. So in some cases, many you're going to have to open up your vision. You're going to have to think about more than yourself. You're going to have to think about what's going on with some people that may be strangers. You may have to think about what your purpose is that you need to do to affect people in a whole other country. And so this is a whole another way of thinking about your larger purpose and the way that you see things. See, some of you are going to go to your next level not because you need something, but because someone else needs you to help them out of a situation because they don't have the capability to help themselves. So I have a special place in my heart and affinity for children because the defenseless always have to be defended. I always believe that there has to be a wolf amongst the animals right now because there's a lot of things out here in the world right now that are blocking the impoverished and that are blocking the less fortunate from being able to raise their head out of the sand. And we're going to come in, we're going to do battle against that. So that's why I do what I'm doing. Now, what your purpose is, you're going to have to find it. But I will say that this company gives you an opportunity that most people will not get right now, and that's to have extra. And when you have extra, you can do more. People say that, money's root all evil. I don't believe that. I believe the lack of money is the definitive root of almost all evil, or of all money is consolidated in too few hands. That's what I truly believe. And I'm not going to keep us on here long. It's already 9 o'clock. It's been an hour already. But I will say this. Some of you may be having difficulty getting your business exposed. Some of you may be having difficulty getting individuals to understand your passion about Trade Coin Club. And some of you just want more people to talk to, period. So I'm just going to tell you what I've been doing, because this is in the last, business has really picked up, you guys. I mean, I'm a trooper, but, it's really picked up like the last couple of months. I mean, even though I had a death in the family and I went to the Bahamas, I was gone for a while. I still have noticed that now, like in the last 2 weeks, business has picked up so aggressively. I'm already back in my groove. I've been signing up more personal people almost every day. People that are using the marketing system that we have, they've been signing up more people every day. In fact, Sean Coper, Seth is on here, I believe. Is Seth on here? I know Seth better be on here. I got to let you guys hear from Seth. He's on here. Seth is another gentleman who came in, bought a couple Bitcoin. Didn't know him from anywhere. He signed up three days ago, came on board and bought some Bitcoin. Dr. Homer's another individual came on board, came through my marketing system, bought some Bitcoin. Another guy, Marco Duval, he came on board, bought some Bitcoin. Antoine Carter, he came and bought some Bitcoin. I probably got maybe 13, 14 people personally who came in and signed up in the Trade Coin Club that I don't know. I've never met them a day in my life, never seen them before. And those individuals came on board through our marketing system, and they joined the company, and basically now they're personally working with me, and I'm just enjoying this thing, and I'm looking forward to putting 200 people into the platform and working from there. I think that 200 people should be a reasonable goal for everyone. If some of you want to shoot for 100, that's great. I want to shoot for 200 because I have a lot of things that I need to do, and I had a lot of responsibility on my shoulders. So I feel like I know as a man that 200 is very reasonable. Getting 200 people involved in a company like this, where everybody in the whole company is making capital, okay, is to me is very doable. I mean, think about the fact that there are millions of people in most major cities. I mean, any one of us could put really 500 to 1,000 people in this company if you want it bad enough, if you desire to have it bad enough. And so I've just been, utilizing those systems. But still, I do talk with some individuals as well. And another thing that I did is I ordered some of these devices. Okay, this is a Ledger Nano. I store Bitcoin on this device. This basically is my Bitcoin bank. Okay, so I can actually transfer Bitcoins to this device whenever I want to, and store them there and use them there also as well. The Nano is an excellent option for people if you want to protect all of your Bitcoins, because people do get their Bitcoins hacked. That can happen. It has happened. And for people who are asking about why is the security so stringent now, the security is extra stringent because of the fact that we want to protect everything that our members are making. That is something that we don't want to take lightly. We want to make sure that every single person can go to sleep and wake up and know that their Bitcoins are protected inside the Trade Coin Club. And that's so powerful. And so I'm sorry, you guys, I took so long to have one of these webinars again, but I will tell you this, I will be having more of these as well. Also as well, I do want to talk about one other little thing. I did say that I would discuss, because a lot of you guys were asking about strategies for being able to pick your semi-automatic trading. And so I will tell you this much. What you need to start doing, you want to write this down. Some of you need to probably write this down. What you want to do, if you're going to be on a semi-automatic trader, you most likely want to go to This is interesting. Coin Market Cap. Is that right? CoinMarketCap.com. Forgive me, I'm having a brain freeze. Go to CoinMarketCap.com, and you need to pay attention to the trend charts that are there. On CoinMarketCap.com, they list every single cryptocurrency that is viable. Let me say that again, because a lot of you guys are really getting taken to the cleanest with what I call some fugazi coins out here right now. You got to be careful. Go to CoinMarketCap and check out the coins, because every coin that we trade in TradeCoin Club is listed on CoinMarketCap, so you can see the trend charts and be able to tell which coins are having what types of movements for the week, for the month, for the day also as well. So before, if you're going to do semi-automatic, you need to go in there and just sort of look at how the graphs and things are working, pay attention. You maybe can go read some of the white papers on some of the websites for some of the coins as well. I own some other cryptocurrencies as well, so I sort of know how they're performing right now. And just start testing those out, because you can switch to different cryptocurrencies every day, but you can turn it on and switch cryptocurrencies between 0:30 UTC and 12:30 UTC, which I think Central Standard Time, that's 7 to 7:30 Central Standard Time. So you have to do that in order to get yourself more versed in how these cryptocurrencies are moving, what the trends are. And we basically should start sharing notes. So we're going to start doing more webinars to discuss with people who are using different cryptocurrencies for the day, so we can find out what's performing well, what kind of returns there were. I think the more that the members talk to each other, the easier it will be for us to compare notes. I think that'll be important for us to start doing. People will be interested in doing that. Please let me know in the chat. And in doing that, that will probably help everybody make a lot more money if we could just start studying which coins are making more money on a daily basis, in case we do want to change those around. Okay. Now, with that being said, so that's that. I did say we're going to talk about that, how to set the semi-automatic trader. Okay. Also, the new security upgrades. The new security upgrades, I know it's a little bit more work. I know a lot of people have been saying, you know, you have to implement this Google Authenticator now. Trust me, the Google Authenticator is a great thing for you, because it's protecting your cryptocurrencies from hackers. Having that alone will really put you in a position where you can sleep at night knowing that the probability of someone hacking your account is close to zilch. Because it has happened before, unfortunately. There have been individuals who've lost a significant amount of Bitcoin because their password got compromised. So therefore, the great thing about the Google Authenticator and having that set up means that if you have your cell phone, you are the only one, and you still have your original swipe code for the Google Authenticator, you're the only one with it. You have to have your device in order to be able to access your coins. That is something that I know is an extra step. It seems more cumbersome. In some cases, actually, I believe that the security procedures are much more secure than the bank accounts that I use with regular banks. And I like that. I really do enjoy that they go through that extra step like that to protect our coins. So don't be upset about security upgrades. Just know that it's there to protect you. It's not there to make it more difficult for you to do your business. It's there to make it more difficult for someone to steal from you unintentionally. So appreciate the leadership for understanding and taking action, because they didn't have to do that. They could just say, okay, one person perhaps lost some coins, but you know what? We don't want to inconvenience people. No, they want to protect you. And so that's very, very important. Okay. Oh, that's very good. Somebody asked, how do you move members from the left or the right side of your matrix? Now, keep this in mind, you guys. In order to move someone in the matrix, once a person has paid, you cannot move them after they've paid. Once you have a person sign up and set up their profile, okay, when you log into the back office, you go in there and you go under go under this section that shows you let me show you, I can tell you right now. Go to this section that's underneath my network, okay? And my network will actually show you the section that shows you the breakdown of your binary. And if you scroll all the way down, it will show every single person that went in and filled out a profile. So you need to set a person to the left or to the right before they pay their Bitcoin into the system. If they set their profile up first, you can always go in there and shift them to the left or the right. There is an option for that in the back office. If you don't do that, then you would need to, once you've moved them, then you get them to pay. But if you have them pay right after they go in there and make their profile, but you don't move them to the left or the right, set them before they pay, they're going to be stuck on whatever side that you placed them on. So, Mr. Jones, I hope that gives you clarity on that. The name of the device, again, you guys, that I utilize is the Ledger Nano. Okay, the Ledger Nano. This device is from, I think I got it from France. It's a beautiful device, and it's very small. It just looks like a little USB drive, okay? And it's only about this big, right? Imagine that. This little thing, we can store $1 trillion on this little device. Isn't that crazy? I love that. You just close it. Take it everywhere you want to go in the world. Have access to your Bitcoin. Isn't technology marvelous? That's a great thing, okay? Oh, John was kind enough to put the link in the chat, you guys, for the Ledger wallet. I do want to go ahead and get the touchscreen one. That one's been sold out for months now. I'm going to go back and get that. I'm sure many other individuals want that as well. Let me see. There were some other things I said I was going to touch on as well. How to calculate your profits. Very easy thing to do. A lot of people ask that question. All you need to do to calculate your profits, you guys, is when you log in, look in your commission wallet, look in your trade wallet, and multiply that decimal times the current price of Bitcoin, which you can go and look at on Coinbase.com or on Bittrex or any of the other exchanges as well if you want to. You multiply whatever the price of Bitcoin is right now, like $4,200, I think is approximately in that range. And if you earn 0.042 for the day or something like that, just multiply that times $4,200, and that will give you how much Bitcoin you have, okay? Oh, see, now I'm going to definitely do that. Okay, people asking about the marketing system. I promise I'm going to cover that as well. Okay, let me just a couple more things I want to also cover. How to launch new markets. Launching new markets, I'm going to talk to you about that with the marketing system because I've been able to launch new markets in about 14 or 15 different countries using one system from my house without even having to leave out of my house. I'll talk about that. How to protect your wealth. I think I talked about that. What do you want to do? Get gold, liquidate, get a little cash. That's the end of the lesson for the day. Okay, what else? How to get leads. Okay, how to get leads in your local market. Now, how you can make 6 figures over the next 90 days. Let me talk about that, okay? Because that is something that's very doable for anybody on this phone. So let us talk about the marketing system, all right? Now, let me type this in here so you guys can get a whiff of this. 5 elements. And then you can go to it on your computer and check it out. Now, let me tell you this. 5elementsofmarketing.com. It's not a cheap system, but it works. And I put in probably close to 60 or 70 personals using that system. Personal signups. And I don't even have it turned all the way up. And that's with me taking off 2 months because of a death in the family, a month and a half, not doing anything. So in 4 months, you figure really me working about 4 months total. Because I didn't even work when I first came to the company because I was working on the marketing system negotiations with the company. So in 4 months, maybe 60, 65 personal signups, soon to be 100. I mean, you think about that. I mean, that's pretty powerful. Oh, I thought I sent it to everybody. I just sent it to one person. Hold on. Here you go. 5elementsofmarketing.com. Yeah, so if you see 5elementsofmarketing.com, it's in the chat. That is a link to the actual marketing system. Now, I'm going to show you something on the screen. I'm going to show you, this is powerful. I'm going to show you exactly what this system's been doing for us, okay? Now, let's go to my network. I want folks to see this because I believe that it's powerful, okay, to be able to see how some of this works. Now, hold on. Okay, let me go. Hold on. Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me go to the unit level. All right. Okay. Okay, hold on one moment. I just want to pull something up for you guys to see. And everybody in my business here, but we're going to show a couple things. Okay. Let me go to the system and we're going to show you something. Let me just do a screen share right now just so you guys can get an understanding of what's happening. Hold on. Now, let me go to this because I always believe, again, Documentation beats conversation. Okay. So let's move this over here. All right. Now, all these people came from the marketing system, you guys. Now, you gotta understand something. Most of these people I don't know any of these people, right? These are some of the last ones that came in. Now, let me show you something here. Let me show you something. This here is a list of the people. Okay, I'm gonna get this out of the way so you guys can see the list. These are targeted people who came in just yesterday, okay, as leads through my system, all right? 3 of these people already signed up. 2 more people are coming in tonight, okay? This was like 29 for years. These are all targeted, so the system can be targeted to a specific city if I want to, and then I take notes, right? Now, what's amazing is all of these are from Chicago area, okay, because I'm in Chicago right now. If I go out of the state, if I go out of the country, if I want to market in Belize or Nigeria or China, I can turn the system to those particular countries and target people that are specifically interested in Bitcoin, period. That is powerful. And many of these individuals, you guys, have already went into the system, signed themselves up, and registered in the system. Some will go in there and pay on their own. And the great thing about it is that after they do that, you literally get at a point where all you're doing is showing them how to acquire their Bitcoin if they don't have a wallet. Okay, and that to me is the simplest way to run my business. Now I still, refer people and meet people when I'm out and about, but I really have the system dialed down sort of low right now. I could turn it up higher and get even more people to come in and talk to me about the business, but I do have my other company to run and maintain. I do have other businesses that I own as well. So I don't try to overwhelm myself, okay? But the system is constantly sending me targeted people who know about Bitcoin and are interested in opening a Bitcoin business. And that's a voila. Like, why would you not want to talk to people anywhere in the world, whether they're in Ireland, Pittsburgh, France, Sweden, Belize? I sent the system and I turned the system on in Ecuador just for a test, and ended up signing up a guy down in Ecuador for $25,000, a complete stranger. As a matter of fact, I went there with a couple other leaders. Name's Davi. And Davi will attest to that himself. I didn't know him from anywhere, but literally he came through the marketing system. I have individuals I think they're on here right now, like Vanessa, some of these other folks. They come in. They have folks who come in and put tens of thousands of dollars in Bitcoin in the system, and literally, they were complete strangers. And I don't have a problem with making money with strangers, because sometimes strangers become best friends, especially when it comes to making some serious money. Sometimes you're going to find that it's easier to work with people that you don't know than it is to work with people that you do know. Okay, I think Jason, are you there? Someone had a question. Jason? Okay, can you hear me? Okay, Jason maybe still tied up a little bit. All right, but so the system works remarkably well. Jason, I was just going to unmute you there, my friend, for a second. You seem like you had a question. Jason, you there? Okay, he may still be a little bit stuck right there. Jay, can you hear me?
Yeah, this is JJ.
Oh, that's you. Okay, you listen, not listen. That's Jason. Okay, I thought that was somebody else. Okay, somebody asked, can you explain the cycles in a little bit more detail? Okay, cycles can be tricky. Let me explain this a different way. You only have 2 sides to your business, a left side and a right side, right? Whichever side has the most Bitcoin volume counts for 5% of your Bitcoin value that you can use towards your cycles. Whichever the lower leg, the leg with the lower amount of Bitcoin counts for 35%. So perfect example. If I had 10 Bitcoins on one side of my business and I had 1 Bitcoin on the other side of my business, the side of the business where I have 1 Bitcoin, okay, would count for 35%. Or would count for 35%. So 35% of that 1 Bitcoin, or 0.35, would be what I'm allotted towards the cycle on that side of the business. On the side where there's more Bitcoin, where there's 10 Bitcoin, half of a Bitcoin will count, because I will be able to use, right? I'll be able to use 5%. So 10% of 10 Bitcoin is 1 Bitcoin, and then I would take half of that, which would be 0.5. I know it's sort of tricky. We'll show some examples of it later on, but it's not as complicated as you would think. Once I have my whiteboard and everything, the next time I do a webinar, I'll draw it all out for you guys to be able to see it. But I'll make sure you guys are good to go with that. I'll make sure that makes sense. Okay. Okay, we'll say, what is this? Jeff says, I feel like it's going to take forever to build from 0.03 started at, but I'm excited. Oh, not really. You know, John will tell you, John started out very low. I think the gentleman that just spoke a minute ago who's in the top 20, John came in with 0.03 Bitcoin, you guys. And now this man is a millionaire. Okay, so think about that. So, no, it doesn't have to take a long time. It takes as long as it takes you to push strongly, okay? So that's, you know, that's going to be powerful. Who else here? Okay, someone's saying that it's 1 Bitcoin on the right and 1 Bitcoin on the left equals 1 cycle, but that's not true. That's not true. It is not 1 Bitcoin on the left and 1 Bitcoin on the right that equals 1 cycle. That is not true. You get a percentage of each transaction on this, or depending on what side it comes in on, and it's based on whether or not it's there's less Bitcoin in that leg or more Bitcoin. And that's actually, if you go into the back office, the slides do show that and talk about that a little bit more in detail. And we'll do some examples of it as well, because I thought that as well for the first couple of months. I wasn't clear on it until I went to Belize and Dover, explained it in person, and I do understand it now. It takes a little bit of time to catch it, but you will get it as well. But you will be able to still cycle. Just continue to push. It will happen for you. Did anyone else have any questions at all? Oh, it looks like a lot of people stuck around. Okay. Well, remember, you guys, keyword today, tenacity, infrastructure, okay, and diversify. 200 personal signups is the goal. If you don't have a system, I recommend you get you one. If you get a full system, keep in mind 2 people can share one system if need be. You can split your leads between 2 people. If you have a little bootstrapping issue and you want to get the system, you can do that, or you can get you a system and keep it all to yourself. It's completely up to you, okay? And remember, protect your coins on a hard wallet, and remember, diversify in cash, diversify in gold. And next thing you know, you'll be rich. All right. Thanks, Nigeria, for checking in. Ireland's on here as well. I don't know where the countries are. What other countries are folks from that are on here right now? I'm just curious before we hop on.
That would be phenomenal. That would be amazing.
Oh, man, because JJ's in here from Canada. Where else are some folks from? I know Nigeria's on here. Childy, you from Nigeria? Where you guys from? Is Canada on here? Ron from Canada's here as well. We're going to be doing a big event up in Ottawa. Okay, we got Ontario on here as well. Anyone else? What other countries you guys from? Oh, man, a lot of Canada. Ooh, man, Canada's army out here right now.
Do it.
All right. All right. Are there any other countries that we didn't get on here? Don't tell me this is all U.S. Okay, got U.S. on here. Where else? Where else are some of these other folks in? Okay. Should Ron sign me? I love that. All right. Oh, well, I'll tell you this much. You guys stay watching out. We will have another webinar. We're going to go into detail about some strategies that we're using right now. Chicago's in here. Kansas. Okay. Okay. Chicago's on the roll. Probably somebody that came through the marketing system as well. Marcus on the line. Anybody else that I may have missed? I know Alex is in Indiana as well. Brian Brown, okay, Mr. Thomas, and some of these other individuals, John and John Hendricks. I'm glad you guys came on. Mr. Jackson also on the West Coast out there in New York. Appreciate you coming on board. Bruce, Josh, for some of you folks as well. Gretchen also, I know that Gretchen's on the move. Thank you so much for coming on board. And looking forward to it, you guys. Keep in mind, tough times don't last, but tough people do. So I want to see you at the top. I want to see you over the top. And don't forget, as soon as I get information on the hotel for Bangkok and for the event, I will get that announced out to the entire team. If you're near Chicago, we're going to be doing some localized trainings. We just bought some Bitcoin ATM machines some of the partners have as well. So we're going to go and start doing meetings and parties and stuff down at that office. So we're going to be rocking. So just stay tuned. Connect with me. We're on Facebook. Connect with me and let me know if you need anything, any help from anybody or any team. I don't care. I'll help you out. And remember, make this thing bigger than yourself. Make it big for your family and for some people who need help. And hopefully you'll be able to get out here and make a bigger difference for a lot of other people. So if anybody, any other questions at all, I want to make sure before we get off of here. And I did record this, so this will be recorded. It's going to take some time for it to download, but I did record it. Okay. All right. We got some folks on here. All right. Thank you to all of you guys. God bless all of you. And remember, you need to study your craft. So make sure you go in your back office, Study your business. I'm glad you guys came on. I'm glad you guys took the time to listen in on here as well. I know your time is valuable. We appreciate it. And we're looking forward to working with you guys. So God bless you. We'll see you on the next meeting. And I wish you well. And see you at the top. Thanks a lot. Bye. Oh, what's the lead software? Okay, let me put that in there one more time. It's 5 elements. Hold on. 5 elements of marketing.com. Okay, that's the lead system. Okay, let me just put that in there one more time because a lot of folks keep asking me that right now. 5 elements of marketing.com. I'm not mad at you. I would do the same thing. Check that, boy. We want you a pile of gold, pile of hundreds too. I would do the exact same thing. Cash, gold, and Bitcoin, baby. That's what it's all about. Cheers, mate. Appreciate you guys. Love all of you. We'll see you at the top. Talk to you soon. Bye.